Well, hi there. My name's Connell Lynch, and I'm back looking at your stupid faces. That's right. I can't even see anything right now. I got right here. My name's Connell Lynch. This is Bad Takes. I got my best friend Knob Creek here, and I haven't washed my bed sheets in probably over a year. Probably a year. But Knob Creek, my good friend, how you doing, Knob Creek? I'd say mid-tier whiskey, I think is what it is. Let me switch. This is awkward. I need the mic hand. Mic hand and drinking hand. Is that? Do you think that's like a podcast thing? Whatever. Anyway, cheers to this. Whew. That is smooth. Knob Creek though. Liquor, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about liquor. I used to steal it a lot from my parents, though. I'm sure, as we all did, we all stole liquor from our parents. I mean, I used to steal it in such large quantities, though. But the thing is, I wouldn't steal it of just vodka. I wouldn't go in my parents' cabinet and just steal vodka. I would steal a little bit of vodka, a little bit of rum, a little bit of whiskey, and I'd put it all in one water bottle, and then I'd bring that back to college, because this was during college, and during a first year, freshman year, I think a very huge depressive state I was in of just being entirely enthralled in the idea of killing myself, that the only thing that would suppress those feelings is alcohol. And I wasn't 21, and I had no friends, which was part of the depressing problem. So I had to go home every 2 weeks because I had a girlfriend who was still in high school. It's okay, we started dating in high school. She was just 1 year below me. And I would go home every 2 weeks to see her, because it was the only joy I had in life was seeing her. And then I would just steal from my parents' liquor cabinet, fill up a water bottle of a little bit of each amount of things, bring it back to school, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sit alone in my dorm by myself and get drunk and play Xbox alone. And that's where my love for drinking alone really started, I want to say, was in college freshman year, because of how fucking depressed I was. But this is a depressing topic, too. But, we got to talk about mental health, I don't think I'd be a type of guy. I don't look like the type of guy that has everything together. I wouldn't be sitting here alone in this room if I had all of my shit together. I don't think I would, at least, But anyway, Knob Creek. The other thing is, too, that my parents did notice. I remember they came down, I think, second semester that year, when everything started to turn around. It was actually very big. Actually, stealing that alcohol kind of helped, because there was one time where I was, another Saturday night where I was like, all right, it's another fucking weekend of me just sitting in my dorm alone, playing Xbox and drinking by myself. And then I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to go get food. I'm going to go grab some food from the food court, bring it back to my dorm. If my roommate is back there at the dorm, because it's Saturday night, he's usually not there, so I was taking a bet. I was like, if he's there, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to say, hey, man, I stole this liquor from my parents. Do you want to drink it with me tonight? I'm not doing anything tonight. Are you down to drink it? And sure enough, he was there. And we sat in that room and drank that whole fucking thing, played Borderlands 2 together, and we fucking cried, man. I mean, he had some issues, too. I told him about my situation. He told me about his, and a lifelong friend that I haven't spoken to in over a year, That's usually how that story ends with me, is that I usually tell these nice stories of, you'd think that he's, my best friend now. But in reality, we both have just not texted each other. You don't blame yourself. You don't blame the other one, too. I blame myself. I mostly blame myself, if I'm being honest. I'm fucking stupid when it comes to friends and connecting or maintaining relationships. I haven't really talked to anyone from my college in well over a month. Maybe, no. I mean, I don't. Do group chats count? I don't think they do. But anyway, Knob Creek. I gotta be a man on this show. Usually I don't drink this kind of shit. Also, this shirt, I don't get it. I don't get these shirts. I don't get these kinds of shirts, these canvasy shirts, because I like the feel of it. I like to sort of just throw it on. I think technically this is, or I don't even know, not canvas. What is this? What is this shit? What is this on my body? But look at all these wrinkles. I don't get it. This is my second time wearing this. How does it have wrinkles like this? I wore it like this the first time at my family's fucking funeral. At my family's gather for Easter it was. And I wore it like this because I don't give a shit. I didn't know how to work it or whatever the fuck it is. How does it already have wrinkles? This is my second time wearing it. I put it on because I thought I looked nice in it, and I like it. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm sure that's not how you're supposed to do it, but me balling it up, Me doing that, it's gonna fall over in about a minute because I'm so hand gestury in your face, Jim Carrey, that it's fucking insane. What? So yeah, I mean, I'm. Another thing I just fucking did was shower because I don't know why I'm so insecure about it. I'll shower before I go on Twitch. I do the TFM Twitch, totalfratmove.com/Twitch. That whatever. Fucking look up Total Frat Move on Twitch. I'm sure it'll come up. And I shower sometimes before because I think of it as like an event. Because of the pandemic, it's kind of like any sort of thing you're doing that is not by yourself, you think of as like this huge deal. So I'll shower before going on Twitch. I'll brush my teeth before going on Twitch. When in reality, I don't need to do any of that shit. All I need to do is look okay. I'm on the internet. My head is like this small. Like I have a webcam that I shrink down to this size because I'm playing a video game. It's not like they can see every little fucking hair on my body and critique it. Like, I mean, some people do. Some people do. Roast me and whatever the fuck. Another thing, though, I just shaved. I just realized this when I was shaving. I've never cut myself while shaving. I'm not talking about, like, depressing cut myself. I'm talking about, like, whoops, nicked it there, whoops, and I start bleeding. Never happened with me. I don't know what it is. Maybe the parents or anyone over the age of 30 listening is probably going to be like, well, these razors nowadays basically make it impossible. It's like, okay, so then can we stop with that whole trope I see in movies and still in TV where they have like the little single patch Band-Aid, like the circular one? I've cut myself while shaving and I went over a pimple that I had in high school. But other than that, I mean, I almost kind of did it on purpose, if I'm being honest. I'm like, haha, fuck you, bitch. And I knew I was going to bleed. But, I guess that's what the whole benefit, or not benefit, that's the whole, like, idea of being depressing when you cut yourself. You're like, haha, fuck you. I just want to see it bleed. But I was talking to it like a pimple, like it was a fucking entity that I could talk to and had feelings and emotions, and I was fucking murdering him. Even though I knew 3 days later he'd be right back there, but not even a whitehead this time. He's just a red, somewhat swollen little thing that I can't even pop because it's not even any pus or anything like that. And so it'll just sit there for another month and a half until I think about ordering that fucking Proactive shit I would see at Teen Nick, being like, Proactive. Are you fucking a sad teenager and don't want to pick up a phone? Pick up a phone and call me. I'm a registered sex offender. This is my job now somehow. I don't know how they let me do it, but I got the job. Hey, Jim, how you doing? Yeah, pretty good. You have any questions for me? Yes. Is it okay if I'm a registered sex offender? I just want to sell kids acne. I want to sell them acne. Man, this thing's already getting to me, is it? Is that what that is? Woo. I'm not good with hard drinks, I guess. I don't even know. I really wish there was an easier way for me to see this. I don't feel like looking down. I mean, speaking of friends, I haven't spoken to my childhood friends either in so long. Well, I mean, the ones that I used to be like really good friends with. Like I used to live across the street. Also, this is really floppy, so I don't think I'm really that fat. Should I tuck it in or should I just leave it? I'll let it hang. Let my flatness hang. Is that what that is? I mean, they just look flat, don't I? I don't know how I would fix it though. Maybe just a little. Just a little. Is that better? Am I pretty now? Oh, I didn't even get this belt loop. Fuck me. This is the part I love. My favorite part about this podcast so far is that like. I haven't edited things out. I've only done one episode. As soon as I edit, and as soon as I sync up the video and the audio, and I sit down and do an intro, that's it. I'm just done. I'm gone. Also, again, I'm using this camera. I'm getting fucking sidetracked. I was just thinking about sleepovers today, and how one time, I mean, sleepovers were like, where I thrived. It was where I thrived in terms of... Also, you like my fucking chest hair? That's just peeking out at you, just peeking in the bushes like a fucking creepy neighbor. Remember sleepovers for me were so awesome and so terrible at the same time, because I loved the idea of like, it's my time to shine. Here I am with one or two other guys, my favorite scenario, and here I am just gonna go, I'm gonna fucking be a comedic fucking ball of energy that's just gonna bounce off the walls and off these people's minds, leaving a lasting impression and fucking boosting friendship levels to over 9,000, make the joke. But I was also fucking nervous because I hated committing to staying at someone's house. I don't like staying, I didn't like at this time staying over at someone's house. Like, now it's gotten to the point for me where I don't mind staying at someone's house as long as it's, like, confirmed that that's what I'm going to be doing. But I remember this one time in, like, middle school when my neighbor, who was my best friend at the time, was having people over for a sleepover. And I knew about it. And he had, like, 2 or 3 people over, and I knew about it. And somehow during dinner, I think my dad was like, "Why don't you go hang out with Nick? Is Nick doing anything tonight?" And it just slipped out of my mouth. Is that, "Oh, I think he's having a sleepover." My dad goes, "Well, why aren't you going there, bud?" And I go, "Oh, he didn't invite me." And my dad goes, "Oh, okay, let me fix that." And I go, No, Dad." He literally calls up my friend's dad and says, "Hey there, hey, Mr. Smith." I'm using fake names. "Hey, Mr. Smith. Yeah, I hear you having a couple of the boys over for a little sleepover there. Yeah, you mind if I send one more over your way?" And I'm just like, "Dad, no." Right? Because there's no way that Nick didn't have to talk to his dad about me, that it's like, he didn't have to have the conversation. I don't think I want to invite Connell. I don't think I'm going to invite Connell. And Nick's dad is like, "Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I won't say anything, blah, blah, blah." And then that dad gets a call from my dad being like, "Hey, put my son in there, you fuck." And then it's just this weird, awkward thing where my dad was like, "All right, you're good to go. Go ahead." And I'm like as if I had to ask him, like he's like a fucking like bouncer at a fucking middle school sleepover club, that I was now on the list because I made a call to my daddy. Like, "Dad, get me into the sleepover. I couldn't do it on my own." But the thing is that I couldn't do it on my own because I didn't. Like, I could have probably texted him and been like, "Hey, you mind if I come over?" But that's my own insecurities. I'm not fucking doing that shit. If you don't invite me over, that's okay. You didn't invite me over. And that's the end of it. I'll still invite you to hang out and do shit. I'm just not using that as like a thing of like, "He didn't invite me over, fuck him." Because I get it. I had different friend groups at that time too. Maybe I just wasn't. And I went there and I realized, yeah, these are the sports guys. He had like 2 of his sports friends over from the fucking baseball team. I'm not going to get anything out of that. I can't be funny with them. I don't know sports. Baseball, you hit the ball, you get the ball. Football, you throw the ball, you get the ball. Soccer, you kick the ball, you get the ball. That's it. That's all I got. It was just so fucking cringy and awkward for me where I just didn't want to go. And like that anger in my mind of being so mad at my dad made me hate the sleepover, as if I took it out on those kids and had a clearly terrible time. Like, I remember when I was there, we were having like dinner or whatever the fuck, and Nick's dad was talking to me, being like, "So, Connell there, how'd your day in school go?" or whatever the fuck. "You happy it's Friday?" or whatever the fuck it was. And I just like audibly was just like, "Yeah, it was whatever." like that's the most fucking like passive aggressive teenager shit that I wasn't even like guilty of doing most of the time, especially at a friend's house. I fucking kill with parents. I was a fucking murderer of parents' charisma and ineptitude and just general love for everything they have around them. I would kill everything they love and replace it with me and the idea of being around me. That's how great I am with parents. Girlfriend's parents, the same way. Out of the 2 sets of parents that I met, killed it. First impression, it's never going to be great. Fuck that. Go do whatever the fuck you want, It's not. I can't think of a current day situation where a first impression on the father of the girlfriend you're dating ended with him going nope and shoving the door in your face. That's not happening nowadays. Must have happened in the 30s, the 40s, maybe the 1980s, but not nowadays. That's not, girls have the choice and stuff like that as they should. Cheers to all the women out there. Go women. This is weirdly sweeter than I remember it. I don't know why. Like, it's not smooth. More of like a biting sort of, like a biting fruit, Even though it's not fruit, it's just straight bourbon whiskey. Any crows out there will get that reference. It's just, yeah, there's nothing in there, but whatever. Anyway, I mean, sleepovers were weird. I remember one time, like, just to speak to how fucking crazy I would get at sleepovers, I would just like bounce off the walls in such a confident way that I would be blinded by how annoying I was being. Like, there was one sleepover where I went to his friend's house, and he had like an older brother that was 2 years above him. And I was always known as the goofball. I was the fucking jokester at the lunch table that was all like hyperactive because I was fucking ADD and ADHD, whatever the fuck it is. I was always fucking and I was always just making jokes and like, you know, I make whatever sound you thought was funny. I would go up to you every day for the next week and go, ha, you know, if you just thought that was funny, or you thought if you thought that shit was funny, I'd be walking to you in the hallway doing that shit till I didn't see the biggest smile on your face, basically, you know, because it's kids. You wouldn't tell me to stop, right? We're not adults. You'd just be fucking smiling, and then as soon as I didn't see that smile, I'd be like, all right, he fucking hates me. I did it for too long. Know your limits, Connell. Know your limits. Back to the drawing board of friendship. The drawing board of friendship. If I titled these, that's a great name for it. But this one guy, I went to this friend's house, my friend's house, Jesus, and his brother is 2 years older, and just happened to be like, you know, walking around the kitchen, whatever the fuck. And I remember like we were having pizza, and his mom was like, "Oh, Connell, you want some? Here's the pizza. Do you want some soda?" And for me, as a kid, we never got soda. You know, soda was a fucking commodity, not because we were poor, just because my dad hated us. We'd have to ask my dad for soda. We'd have 5 liters of Coke at all times in the refrigerator or out in the garage or just anywhere in the cabinets. We'd have Sprite and ginger ale and Coke. We'd have them sitting around, liters and liters of them, but we had to ask our dad if we could have a cup, and he would pour the cup. Sometimes if we poured it, it was always too much. Always he took out half of whatever the fuck you poured in, and he would say, "That's way too much. That you don't even get this anymore." And just he'd keep it and I put it. One time I did see him. He said that's too much. That's way too much in there. He gets up, pours out half, about to hand it to me. He goes, "No, you know what? No, you poured way too much. No more soda for you. Get upstairs." And he sits down. As I'm walking upstairs, I see it at the corner of eye. He puts the soda down next to him and pours him a full glass and just starts sipping on it. Like, this fucking bitch. Why can't I have soda? It's just soda. But I mean, fucking more into my life, I guess, there. But so it was just not something I never had. It was just like, ooh, soda. So I was like, yeah, give me some soda. And I said it kind of like that. I was like, ooh, yes, give me soda, you know? And my friend's older brother was like, I can't imagine Connell on having soda. He's probably extremely hyper. And I go, oh, yeah. All right, I don't know what that was. This camera, again, is fucking wonky and apparently cannot handle large form recordings, even though that was only 13 minutes long. I just checked it. I don't get it. What's up with this Sony ZV-1? Come on. I was talking about that sleepover. And depending on where I cut that earlier part, I already have the lid off. Depending on where I cut that shit, is where I will leave this off. I'll just quickly recap. Went to a friend's house for a sleepover. Older friend said to me, "Man, I couldn't imagine Connell on soda." And then I took that as okay, Connell, now you're going to be hyper because that's what is going to make them laugh. That's what's going to be funny. And so I just drank like a cup because also my tiny little fucking non-soda drinking stomach couldn't really handle more than a cup. And I had fucking pizza, which again was a whole nother fucking, you get one slice of pizza, then you got to ask me for another slice. You can't have another slice until everyone's had a slice. Once everyone has a clean plate after having one slice of pizza, then you can go inside and get another slice of pizza. Like a whole nother dad thing. And so then I'm not saying it was the worst thing ever. I'm just saying that's how he did it. But so my brain was like, okay, soda equals me being hyper equals them being laughing. Me equals them having a great time. Fuck me. I don't give a shit about me. I want them to have a good time. And so I did that. I fucking drank a soda and like pretended to be really hyper. Like we went downstairs to start watching TV. I think they put on like South Park or some shit that they thought was funny. Fuck you, South Park. And then I fucking was just, jumping on the couch, and I was making him laugh. I was making both my friend and his brother laugh for a little bit. And the other thing was, that's what she said, the term, that's what she said, was the funniest thing now at this time. And so whatever they were saying in a conversation, whatever we were talking about, I would always try to end, like knowing when the conversation's coming to an end and be like, that's what she said. And it was one of those things where The first 2 times I did it, it was like, yeah, yeah. Then the third and fourth time I did it, it was like, Connell, that doesn't match. And then the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th time I did it, it was just funny because it was, look how fucking stupid this kid is. Look at how stupid, look at what he is comparing this phrase to. He knows that this is, does he not know that this is not where you say that phrase? That you can't really be that clever. You can't just put it at the end of every sentence and be funny. Because that's what I was doing. Hey, you want to play pool? Yeah, I'll play some pool. You want to be? You want me to break? Yeah, I'll break. That's what she said. And it's just like, Connell, what? And it was just funny to them that I was that stupid, but that only made me happier. Okay, got it. They find, like, I'm still making them laugh. Let's keep it going. And it was just so, like, thinking back on that night is just like, I didn't have a good time. I was just only doing it for the sole enjoyment of them, just to make them have a good time. And you could argue that that's something that, hey, you know what? Don't think back on it as a bad time. Think as like, hey, you made them happy for a night. But, it was like work, It's fucking work being funny. Is that really fucking what my takeaway is from that night? That's what I'm going to tell myself. It was hard work. Man, that was my Vietnam. Let's drink some more alcohol by myself with an $800 camera pointed at my face. Woo. Wow. That one went down rough. Face ID, come on. Oh. Sorry, I was just looking at what time it is and my other fucking shit. Why did that one go down so hard? Okay, you can kind of see me tearing up here. Jamie, can we zoom in on this? All right, yeah, this was the other thing I had written down. I'm done watching movies with subtitles in them. Unless it's a movie recommendation of, like, a French film that my friend is like, oh my God, 1950s, you gotta watch it, changed my life, it's only in French. It's like, all right, I got it, I'll watch it, here we go, get ready to read. But if I'm fucking watching Fast and Furious 85 and some German guy walks in and starts speaking German, I go, no, get out of here. Go back to The Rock's juicy biceps, dude. I don't want to see that. I'm not reading it. I get it, bad guy. You don't even have to put subtitles in for that shit. I get it. Bad guy wants the bad thing or wants to get The Rock. I'll find out later on in the scene what he wants. I don't need you to be like, hey, hello, did you get me that? This is Russian, but who cares? I can't do German. Hello, did you get me the Rock Johnson? He used to be wrestling, now he's a terrible actor. Could you get me him? I need to kill him. And then the fucking henchman guy's like, yes, I am going to get him. He is over at this address that I found out from my buddy Nick over here. And the guy goes, okay, let us go. And it's like, did they really need that scene? Did I really need to have subtitles for it? Make them speak English. There's that whole argument that people have of, like, why would these people, though, be speaking English if they're all in Germany? They're all in Germany. They're talking from one German to another. Why would they speak English? Why is The Rock an actor? Nothing makes sense. You're making a movie about a wrestler. Shut the fuck up. Make him speak English. I'm not reading any of this shit anymore. I don't want to read it, and I'm not going to. Anytime a movie has subtitles on, from now on, whether I'm alone or not, I'm just going to go... Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if I'm alone or if I'm at one of the social gatherings and I'm sitting next to a girl, right? And we're like, hey, this is we're watching fucking Transformers or whatever the fuck, because that's how much I want to fuck her. And we're just sitting there, and some guy walks on screen with subtitles. I'm going, and she'll go, what is that? I go, I have a thing. I have a phobia of subtitles. Subophobia, title phobia. I mean, they only have subnauticophobia, which is being a fear of, like, underwater shit. I don't know. That's my point. It's fuck subtitles. Fuck subtitles. I'm not watching this movie to read. I'm watching this movie to watch The Rock beat the shit out of some Germans. So show me that, Don't show me the words, now The Rock, the guy you never watched in wrestling, but now is part of your life, is beating the shit out of some Germans. If you showed me that on screen, I'd be like, okay, fine, sure, I'm reading now. But if you showed me, where is he? I'm like, fuck you with that sentence. I don't get it. Fuck subtitles. I think that was my main takeaway from this. It was just fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not watching this movie to be like ooh, I'm learning something, right? Is that what they're thinking when they put fucking subtitles on those movies? Like the Fast and Furious, there's like a 1-minute scene with subtitles on, and the creators are like, well, kids are going to learn that this is how you say fucking German or Russian. I got to stay on Russian if I can fucking do it. That way I can fucking keep the fucking jokes going. Keep the fucking jokes. I can say fuck all the time, don't I? Jesus Christ. I did just watch this movie, Nobody. It's just was released, I don't know when, maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. And it stars Bob Odenkirk, who is a very funny comedian. Started as a comedian. You might know him as Better Call Saul from Breaking Bad and from Better Call Saul. But he's in the movie and he's a fucking action star. And that movie is one of those movies that got me thinking about this, where the whole movie is just fucking like John Wick style action scenes and fucking very simple plots. You know, simple fucking, he needs to get the thing, and they're not letting him get the thing. He gonna beat the shit out of those guys that aren't letting him get the thing. It's like, I get it. That's so simple to follow. I get it. Let me see Bob Odenkirk beat the shit out of people. And that's what's happening. And then fucking 75% of the way through it, they throw out like a 2-minute long subtitle scene that I'm just like, fuck you. I'm not reading any of this. I don't want this. I just want to see a guy who used to tell jokes stuff a fucking lit cigarette inside someone's mouth and then curb stomp him. All right? I just came up with that. That's not even in the movie. I just came up with that. It just made me mad, where I was just enjoying sitting there with my hand down my pants, just like that. No, not jerking off, just like, the pervert cowboy. Isn't that what they do? They always have their fucking hands like this right in the front, like, hey, yeah, get it on, right? It's like, this is the opposite. They call this one the pervert cowboy. But yeah, just like that, just sitting there like eating some baby carrots and just enjoying my $20 I spent on the movie, because I did. I spent $20 on that movie because it was Bob Odenkirk, and it was directed by the same guy who did John Wick, and so I was like, That's a match made in heaven. Bob Odenkirk is like the epitome of a skinny dad bod. He's not the type of guy. Whatever. Point is, it was a great movie, regardless of the fucking subtitle shit. It was awesome. It's one of those movies where, you tell your family, you show it to your family. It's like a family movie night with, like a guy, a father and son, or sons plural, family movie night. It's kind of like Deadpool kind of thing. Not like as like funny, but in terms of raunchy action things, it's kind of like, oh my God, look at that, oh, whoa, like that sort of thing. That your dad's going to be like, ooh, oh, ah. At least one thumb bite from someone in the room. Oh, but, I mean, that fuck subtitles, It reminds me of when I was in high school when I would steal things. It's not a great segue. Great job, Connell, you fucking genius. I'm realizing more and more with like hard alcohol, because I've always loved the idea of a whiskey neat. Anyone who's watching right now knows for a fact this is a whiskey neat. It's just fucking whiskey in a glass with a vague amount of alcohol that you just sort of sip on, And then you got the guys out here that are always like this. And Tommy over there, Tommy was going over to Cindy. And Cindy with the crab cakes, she's always going after the crab cakes. So I told Tommy over here, don't go after Cindy with the crab cakes. Cindy's going to be all up in arms about, like, it's just the fucking old man point with the whiskey neatness in his fucking thing. There's also this. I also like this whole fucking picture of me like this, just fucking, yeah. I'm getting paid for this, maybe. It's my favorite part, is I was confident and yet still unsure. I was confident in the sentence, but unsure about the actuality of it. But yeah, Knob Creek or any liquor company, I'll fucking have your fucking label sitting here the entire time I do a podcast, and I will drink it and not shit on it at all. I won't even mention the name and advertise it, but I won't shit on it if you're giving me money, or even just give me free shit. I don't even have to. You don't have to pay me for it. Just give it to me for free. But yeah, so I used to steal a lot of shit. I used to mostly food in the cafeteria in high school. I would steal like candy bars and shit. I was like Robin Hood. I would go inside this little area and just pretend to buy something and then walk out the same way I went in, because the other side is paying. You have to get through the people paying. But you can just walk out the same side you went in if you're just like, oh, I was just looking at, and just walk away. So it was all about, how do I get no one noticing me shoving 5 Rice Krispie treats into my pockets and sweatshirt and then walking out. The walking out part was the easy part. It was being aware of your surroundings and being like, okay, and go. 1, and then walk over here and pretend to look at this fucking juice box, and then subtly have the other Rice Krispie treat in your left hand that you kind of just noticed again, like, well, that's cool. And then do a quick little, like, look over, pretend like you're looking over to the cooler while you slip this one in your fucking pocket, because you already, whatever. Point is, I would steal a lot, and then I would bring it around to the tables in high school and give them to my different, like, friend groups that I had. Friend groups is a strong word. People that I would talk to at lunch is a more appropriate. What is the word? Apropos of nothing? What is that? What is that word? Whatever. Fuck it. I'm dumb. Let's just chalk it up to that, right? Let's chalk it up to fucking Knob Creek. The most appropriate word is that they were just my friend. They were just people I would talk to at lunch, that I would filter. I would rotate through lunch tables to verify my funniness of a person, because I'm not insecure. And then so I would just hand them out to my favorite people at the table, or like someone that I knew wasn't getting as much attention as they would as they should be in the social circle. Like, oh, I noticed these past couple days John is not, he's been kind of shunned. Or I remember when Tim said that thing to John, so John's feeling kind of low. So I'd be like, hey guys, got some Rice Krispie treats. Here you go, John, and just throw it, like slide it across the table to John. He'd pick it up and then just walk away, and that's it. Like, I was a good guy. I was like Robin Hood, and so I would do that. But then it would also bleed into my actual hanging out with friends life. We would go to Best Buy or some shit, or even 7-Eleven, even at places at the mall. I would just steal shit. I would just steal like hats, beanie hats. I would just shove in my pocket and just walk out the door with my friends. Or at Best Buy was my favorite part, because we would go in there and I'd steal like 2 earbuds, Apple earbuds, like the full-on thing, which maybe nowadays aren't as fucking like, as big of a commodity, because they come with every single fucking phone. But back when I was doing this in high school, it was kind of a big deal that like I could just give someone headphones. We would just walk out. I'd have 3 pairs and I'd be like, here you guys go. One's for me though, one for you, one for you. But I remember one time I stole an Apple iPhone case, and then we got caught, or I got caught. And then the guy was like, yeah, it said something on the security camera about a red sweatshirt. And like everyone just looks to me, and even I look down to like double check. Oh fuck yeah! I was wearing a red sweatshirt, and I was like, fucking cock. And so I take it out of my pants, because that's where it was. It was like stuffed in the front of my pants, like that. And the guy, I'd give it to the guy, and he goes, "Get out of here now." And so I start walking towards the exit, and then as I'm crossing like the security beams or whatever they are for the if you stole something, which I did, he was like, "And don't ever come back." Now that's important, because first of all, I was insanely embarrassed. I wait outside the car. 5 minutes later, my friends finally come out, and they go, dude, come on, dude, you didn't tell me you were stealing. I was like, fuck you guys. I told you I'd be stealing some shit when we came here. Don't play all dumb with me. They're not recording us anymore, you fucking idiots. You didn't have my back there. And, to their point, they couldn't really have any of my back, because I did fucking steal some shit. But it's the fact that they came out here like, dude, what was that? What did you do? What? Whoa. It's like you knew the whole fucking time I was stealing shit. But then I fucking got a job there. 7 years later, or however long ago it was from that time. And then I got them back, too. That's the best part. I got a job there working at Best Buy. And then I worked there for like 4 or 5 months. Then COVID hit. and I got furloughed, which isn't technically fired. It's more of the thing that they say to people that they're not sure if they're going to have you back, which is acceptable. I got it. I get it. And then they called me back in the summer when I had another job, and they said, "Hey, we want you back." And I said, "Fuck you. I got this job now." And then I went back like a month ago to get this sexy little phone here that's sitting on my thigh. And I was talking to one of the guys that like kind of remembered me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember you," blah, 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 whatever the fuck. And we were like, reminiscing. And I was like, "So they brought you back?" And he was like, "Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't come back." And I was like, "Yeah, why? I thought a lot of people didn't come back." And they're like, No. They liked you though. You got a call back though, right?" And I said, "Yeah, but I was working somewhere else." And they go, "No, yeah, man, you should have taken that. Like that, only like 5, 10, 15 other people got a call back from that. They fired like 100 people. Only 15 people got a call back." And I was like, fuck, I was really good. I should have taken that job back. And then I was walking out the store. I was like, no, fuck these guys. They didn't let me have a free phone case that one time. And that's basically it. If you're... This is one of those times where I don't really have anything else to talk about. I just touched on every single part of my list here. So if you're still hearing this, it's because I didn't fade out at that moment. Let me grab another sip. Woo! God damn. Let me just double check my notes here. Oh God. I wonder what the fuck I have in here. Oh, you know what I saw? No, that's not good. Nope. Let me double check. I'm still audio capturing. Yeah. All right. I mean, I ordered an Amazon. I get it. Now, there's no segues anymore. You get that I'm looking at the fucking phone. It's prepared material. I hate it when stand-up comedians do that too. But I don't blame them, Like, it's one of my things where it's like, I don't like it because it so clearly is like, okay, and the next thing is... But also at the same time, I'm like, I couldn't do it. I wish I could, and I want to try. But I couldn't fucking stand up there and just know the fucking ebb and flow of the bits that you're doing and seamlessly transition into them. Or if something's not working, you got to bail on that one. And then you don't know which one you're going to try next because you thought that one would work. So now you got to look at your phone like this. With podcasting, it's a little different because there's no auditory immediate response. So it's more of like, here are the things you're talking about. Do them. And then if afterwards you're like, fuck, that didn't go on as long, you got to be like, well, what else do I got in mind? I mean, you can make the argument, well, just come up with a bunch of things for before you just have a bunch of them ready. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Those are like those people I imagine when I worked at the liquor store. I worked at the liquor store over the summer, and all the time I would deal with people that are like, where are the high noons? For those that don't know, high noons are like the new popular seltzer, like bigger than White Claw. When White Claw was the big thing. Now it's high noons. So high noons are like the big thing because they're like they're vodka rather than what is the fucking term? I forget it. Whatever. Either way, they're like the big thing. And at the liquor store, they were the big thing. So everyone I talked to at the store every customer would be like, where are the high noons? And I'd be like, I'm sorry, we can only sell one per customer, one little 6-pack per customer. And they'd be like, why? And I go, well, because we don't have that many because they're so popular. And they would go, well, you should just ask them for more. And I'd go, oh, fuck. Oh, my God, that's right. I forgot I'm the owner of this liquor store. I forgot that I had that power. I didn't, why am I in here? Take the keys. That's yours. You know what to do, right? You know how to do it. You know exactly what you want and how to do it specifically. Don't you? You know how to do it, right? You know how to order more, right? I want to just fucking take those people's heads and slam them 15 times in each door fucking freezer that we have. Just 1, 2, 3, 15. 1, 2, 3, it's all down the row. And just wait for the last one and do 14. And as soon as she's knowing that it's going to be 15, I let her drop to the floor. I take out a fucking tall boy because that's where the last ones are. I fucking chug it. rip off half of it and slice her fucking throat with that fucking middle part of it that cuts you in their fingers all the time. I want to do that shit to those people. Every single fucking time someone comes up to me and tells me that shit, well, you should just order more. Oh my God, we didn't think of that. We ordered this amount to piss you off. We did this on purpose. We knew you were coming here now. We knew it. We knew. And we knew that you would want more than this amount. So we sold that much less. So here you go. Here's your fucking 6-pack. Are you mad? Yeah, wow, whoa, we did it, guys. That was the point of a liquor store, is to piss you off. I fucking hate it. It was the same thing with Best Buy, too. People coming in, well, it says you have this in store. And I don't know, because I only worked there for 5 months, so, I mean, maybe by the end of the 4th month, beginning of the 5th one, I'd have an understanding. But, like, I'd just be like, they'd show me some fucking random MacBook case that we have fucking 100 of. 100 MacBook cases that all have a blue, pink, black, and white color scheme to them. They all have each company, whatever the fuck it is. And then I'd be like, oh, yeah, I don't know if we have that one. You can go over there and check it or ask one of these guys over there. And they go, you can't help me with that? And I go, no, I'll be honest. You'd have better luck over there with those guys than with me. I don't really know that department. What department are you in? Well, I'm back in the warehouse. Well, then can you check in the warehouse for them? You probably definitely have them in the warehouse. Yeah, we probably do, but the warehouse is bigger than this entire store. About half the size, actually. I was lying. And then it's so fucking annoying how they, like, it's my fault. Like, it's my fault. Like, I could get it maybe if it's a one-person operation, some little fucking candy shop, you know, with Tim at the candy shop. He's been there 50 years. Every kid goes over to Tim getting the fucking candy. And then he's like, hey, Tim, you're out of the fucking swirly durlies. And it's like, Tim, get the fucking swirly durlies. And Tim's got to be like, man, you guys are right. I forgot the fucking swirly durlies. I know you guys left the swirly durlies. Fuck me. Then you're like, yeah, fuck him. Fuck him. You forgot the swirly durlies. You fucking idiot. Even then, though, still, you're not going to fucking shit on Tim. You're not going to because it's just one guy. You're like, well, I'm not going to shit on him. It's just a one fucking Tim operation here, you know? I wouldn't blame him if he doesn't have the fucking swirly durlies here. I'm not going to fucking shit on him, but I still want a fucking swirly durly. Why is my voice getting cut? Is it because of whiskey that my voice is getting, like, raspier? God damn.